So today's Friday and it's science time. Are you ready? So last Friday we learned about what it was to be a scientist, and we talked about 4 things that a scientist always does. The first one was asking questions. The second was making guesses, right? And when we make a scientific guess, which means trying to find an answer, coming up with a possible answer for those questions that we were asking, we call that a hypothesis. Can you say hypothesis? Hypothesis, that's right. And then a scientist is always making observations, which means you're using your 5 senses to observe the things around you or whatever you're studying to understand it better. And then the final part was that a scientist is always writing down or drawing whatever it is they observed so that then they can remember, can look at their notes and look for those answers that they were, trying to find out. So today you're going to get to be a scientist and you will be doing some observations. Now, before we do that, I do want to show you a video. It's called How to Make Observations. That way you know how, right? So today we're going to be doing that. Watch a video on how to make observations, and then I'm going to show you how you can use your Clever account, BrainPop, to actually do some observations. Now, the final portion is going to be for you to do an activity on BrainPop, and what you will need to do is take a picture of it when you're done and send it to me through Class Dojo, okay? So that's going to be our science portion for today. All right, boys and girls, let's watch the video and get started. Okay, boys and girls, so once you're ready to do science, you will be going to our virtual classroom. Now, you should all be familiar with it and how to use the schedule. So you're going to go down and click on where it says science. Now, science is green. And what I will be doing really soon is I will be adding some images next to the word so that you can do it as well, okay? So we're going to go to science. So you're just going to click on the green button and it will take you to our science class. Now, you will be seeing this video right here. So where it says today's STEM activity, you will find the video that I'm filming right now right there in that box, okay? But the first thing we're going to do is before I teach you even how to do the activity for today, I want to watch a really quick video about observing in science and what it means. So let's go ahead and watch that first. Let me expand this.
People are curious by nature. They want to know things about the world around them. People can learn about the world by making observations. Making observations, or observing, means using your senses to notice things. Humans have 5 senses: taste, touch, hearing, smell, and sight. When a person observes something, they are using their 5 senses to notice an object's characteristics. Size, color, shape, texture, and weight are some characteristics that can be observed through the senses. Take this object, for example. You can use your sense of sight to see its shape and color. It has a rectangular shape and a reddish color. You can also see the size of the object. You can use your sense of touch to help you observe the object's texture and weight. This object is light enough to pick up, but it would feel rather heavy in your hands. Texture is how the surface of an object feels. The surface of this object feels rough. Your sense of hearing can also help you make an observation about the object's texture. Tapping the object on a table or hitting it with a hammer makes a sound. This tells you that the object is hard. All of these observations help you recognize that this object is a brick. Now, observe this object. Again, you can use your sense of sight to observe the object's size, shape, and color. It is pink in color. It is small enough to pick up, so it is not very large. But it is also not tiny. The object is shaped like a heart. What would your sense of touch tell you about this object? The texture is very soft and fluffy. It is easy to pick up, and the weight feels light. The object also feels squishy and can be bent. If you tap it on the table or hit it with a hammer, it would not make much sound. This is your sense of hearing telling you that the object is soft. The characteristics you have observed help you recognize that this object is a pillow. Now, observe one last object. What characteristics can you use your sense of sight to notice? You can see that the object's size is small. You can fit it in your hand. You can also see the object's color. It is light brown and has black specks. Using your sense of touch, you can observe that the weight of the object is light. The texture feels a bit bumpy on top, and the sides of the object have ridges. The object is also soft. You can break it easily with your fingers. If it were fresh from the oven, the object would also feel warm. You can use your sense of smell to observe objects as well. This object smells sweet. Your sense of taste will tell you that the object also tastes sweet, like chocolate and sugar. Your observations tell you that this object is a muffin. When you are making observations, try asking yourself questions that relate to your senses. How does the object feel? What color is the object? How does the object taste or smell? What does the object sound like? These are all great questions to ask yourself. Making observations is a useful skill that can help you describe objects by their characteristics.
Alrighty. So that was our video for today. If you wish to see it again, but outside of this video, you can click this third computer. So the first one that we watched is the book from last time about being a scientist, and the second one, it's just a really quick video on what it is to be a scientist. Okay, now here's the activity. Today you're going to actually be going to Clever. So I'm going to show you all the steps on how to go to Clever and how to use BrainPop. And BrainPop is a website that has a lot of science things in there and other things as well. So the first thing you're going to see is, you might notice that I added this Clever sign. If you click on it, it will send you to Clever. So now I didn't have my camera covered. Hold on, let me uncover it. There you go. So now I'm going to show the camera my QR code. So that should be the one that you have in the front where your name is. So you're gonna look for the one where your name is and click on that. Now I took a picture of Vivian's and I'm just showing it to the camera. Once you enter Clever, it will look like this. Now you need to go right here where you see the picture of me, click on it, and you're going to scroll down until you find this word. It says science. And underneath science, you will find this one that says BrainPop. So you're going to click on it. Once you're in here, it will automatically log you in. So you don't have to do anything. Just click on the picture. Now up here, you're going to write the word making observations. So you can pause the video, that way you can see how to write it. That's how you write it, observations. Click on that and this activity will come out. It's called making observations. It has an apple and a magnifying glass.
Making observations.
By the way, in BrainPop, anything you put your mouse over, it will rate it for you. So if you're not sure, that's how you can know where you are. So the first thing you're going to do is watch this video, okay? And it's all about making observations and how to do so. You can expand the video so that it comes out bigger. And then when you're all done watching your video, I recommend you watch it first. You're going to do, let's do this one right here.
Draw about it.
Draw about it. Okay. Now, right here is telling you
Observe a person. Draw your observations. Include as many details.
Okay. Now, I already did mine. I used the pencil here. You can, change how thin you want your pencil to be. Try your best to make it look like an observation that you made. It's okay. I know it's the first time you're having to use a mouse to do this. So even if it doesn't look like a person, that is okay. Okay, just try your best. Don't get frustrated. You can also use the shapes to help you make a person. Right? And then you can add some details. And then you can add color right here. When you're all done making your observations, you're going to go right here. And
Submit to teacher.
Submit it to me. Okay? There you go. But if you want to make sure I get it, you can also take a picture and send it on Class Dojo. So you can do either one. Okay? So that is going to be today's activity. You will be making some observations. Now next week, I'm going to actually send you on a little field trip. A virtual field trip. So don't worry, you won't be leaving your house. But you will be using your observation skills that you're going to learn this week and what we learned about last week about being a scientist to make those observations. All right, friends, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.